live with Colin Patterson.
Yep, Claudia's picked up 4 yellow cards, so she's serving a 1-show suspension. It's just me tonight, but let me tease you with what's coming up. Daniel O'Donnell goes through the change, middle-aged women mourn, as he says, I do. And it's the return of BBMak, that's BB King's brothers, who are live in the studio. Say hello to Christian, Mark and Steve. But our top story tonight first, Winona Ryder's facing another Hollywood cliffhanger. In that Out of Vision news sequence, it's Fat Friender, field player, and now star of new ITV rom-com drama, Stand the Man, it's Gaynor Faye. Now all 4 of you, Ulrika Johnson's book has been beaten by the Highway Code. It's also been beaten 2-1 by the Beano Annual. Any of you got any interest in reading this book?
Oh, in the Beano Annual, yeah.
I'm a dandy girl myself.
Not me, no.
No, not for me either.
Why not?
I feel like I've read it all.
Yeah.
In the tabloids.
Yeah.
Now you do a lot of flying. You did 180 flights last year.
Yeah.
What kind of publications do you take onto the planes then?
Viz.
Yeah.
FHM.
Yeah. See, the thing is, they have in-screen entertainment, you know, in the flights, so it's like you can just watch loads of films.
Faye, what would be in your kiss and tell book then?
Oh, well, that'd be telling, wouldn't it? You know, I'm going to make loads of money with that one, though. I think I'll keep it all for private, you know. I can't understand all these people who want to sell their souls. It's just, I just don't understand it, personally. I mean, I've never read one of these. I mean, I've had to read stuff when I did this morning myself for research. But why would anyone want to put all their life stories and every emotion...
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
But BBMak are in the papers occasionally, aren't they? A few kiss and tells.
Yeah.
Yeah, now and again.
Part of the job, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you done any unauthorised biographies on you?
No, I've had a few unauthorised stories, though.
Really?
Yeah, won't go into them.
Do people normally just wait for the paperback of books like this then, Faye, do you think?
I've personally never ever bought one of those books, to be honest. I mean, I occasionally read a tabloid and you know, I get kind of the best bits are always in the papers, you know. I mean, it's like, and they obviously save the best bits for the books, and then they go into the papers, and then the rest is obviously drivel. So I'm not that interested in other people's lives.
Finally, very quickly, the security story we did about Posh and Bex there. What's the most number of security guards BBMak have ever had?
Half.
3.5, yeah.
3.5?
Yeah.
No, it's 4.5.
No, you know, we can look after ourselves.
We don't really have an entourage with us, to be honest. I mean, we have ourselves, we have a tour manager, and when we go to airports, it's just the 4 of us, really.
Tasty fists.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I've got my little son.
P. Diddy's had a pee party in the home of Hashish to celebrate. Do you lot remember Leo Sayer?
Yeah.
Of course we do, yeah.
Right, I remember the album where he's in the air dancing down the street, yeah.
What do you make of this as a show? We're hearing so many of these. Simon Fuller's going to be doing Second Chance Idol, and now Reborn in the USA.
I'm getting a bit bored of it all, to be honest with you. Yeah, no, I think, you know.
I think that's the only kind of one, and the relaunch into someone's career. They're the only ones that I'd be slightly interested in. I used to be like the full-on Big Brother and all that, you know, but I do think it's slightly, and you know, when you get real boy bands like this who can sing and do the whole thing, you know, and then you get manufactured, and I just think, give these, you know, I like this.
I think it's a great opportunity for people. I mean, I think if I was in a band, I would probably have a go. I mean, at 17, I probably would have a go at doing it. But for bands like ourselves, you know, when it comes to single releases and album releases, it's like #1 slots every time, and it gets a bit boring after a while.
Now, Daniel O'Donnell, breaking women's hearts. This will be difficult for a band as well, Mark. I noticed you're wearing a very chunky ring in on your wedding finger.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Have you broken
bling?
You broken your female fans' hearts then?
No, I've not broke any hearts.
It's not an engagement ring.
It's yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Shattering. We haven't got any fans. So
We've got 7 fans, so I'm sorry, guys.
And P. Diddy, you boys, you've been around the States. Have you ever come across him?
Yeah. I actually went to his party. I went to the MTV Awards in America. And, Bling Bling, and I went to his after-show party. It was amazing. He had like cages hanging from the ceiling with girls, naked girls, painted in gold.
Oh wow!
And loads of free stuff, free.
What did you get?
Got a goodie bag. I got Ferrari, a chateau, a couple of chateaus, and a snooker table for them.
Nice.
That's a good pie.
It was great.
Good point, Steve. Anyway, this party's got to continue now. It's been a long time coming, but in just under an hour, Sir Elton John and his other partner, that's lyricist. Thank you for tonight's nightly updates, and people can see you in Choice later on this evening. BBMak, have you been watching Fame Academy?
I've not been watching. You've been watching.
Yeah, I've watched it a few times. Yeah.
Who'd you rate?
Lamar, I think he's great.
Really? You think
Yeah.
he's actually got a career?
Yeah, for definite.
What about if he released a single the same day as your new one? Out of My Heart.
Well, I think we'll be a second. I think.
You probably do better.
Yeah.
But it's just a bit. It's because the show's so big. It's just taking over the TV.
I mean, the fact that the other show, the Pop Stars Rivals, I mean, they're already, you know, it's not whether it's going to go in the charts at number one. It's like, you know, who's going to go at number one, the girls or the boys?
Yeah.
They've already got it. You
No
know,
host
like,
anyone else. It's
Yeah,
either one or
exactly.
the other, and that's
Exactly.
it.
Let's have a look what you're fighting the manufactured pop with.
Yes.
It's out in the shops today. It's a lot of fun. Where was that filmed?
I was filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. Where they filmed Dawson's Creek, actually.
Really?
Just down the road.
Any of the cast looking around?
There's a few of them in the video.
Yeah, there's a couple, weren't there?
Now, this is the first track from your new album, Into Your Head, which is out. You managed to nick Guy Chambers from Robbie. What's the secret?
We just know, I mean, you know, Guy's a great writer and we just wanted to do some writing. So we went in the studio and wrote a couple of songs with him. And one of them ended up being on the album. It's probably going to be the next single. So it's good.
How much of a loss do you think it is to Robbie that he's gone?
I think he had, you know, the sound, the Robbie Williams sound, because he's a producer. He produced all the stuff for him as well. I don't know what his new album's. Actually, the new album's Guy done a lot of the stuff on it. Maybe his next album will sound completely different, but who knows?
Yeah.
I was reading about you in the papers today.
Oh, yeah?
And your new lady.
Me?
Yeah.
Go on then, tell me who it is.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, that old chestnut.
It's alright.
What's the truth?
She's a friend of mine. That's it. We bumped into each other in Los Angeles a few months ago, and that was it really. And you know, people get the wrong end of the stick, and the next minute you're getting married and stuff. We're just friends. That was it.
I'm best man now.
To be linked with her. Would you ever like to take her to Kudos nightclub in Wigan?
Kudos, have you been there?
Great. I know, sticky carpet.
Oh yeah, you see me in Kudos with I'd even pay for a coat. Pound is to put your coat in. I'd pay for it.
Now, one of the things that's different about you boys is the fact you play your own instruments. Someone who I know went to you in concert and say you play the land pipes.
The land pipes?
He plays the land pipes.
What are the land
Never knew
pipes?
land pipes.
I used to play the bagpipes.
The bagpipes?
Yeah, that's right.
What are land pipes?
I've never.
Really difficult
It's the
to
land
play on
bashes
there.
where you sort of do the concertina thing.
No, not me.
Have you ever done it on stage?
I played the bagpipes or the small pipes when we was on tour in 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just something different for the fans to see, and there's no band that does it, so
And for the
it's
big
a lot of fun.
and for the big country cover versions as well.
Yeah, exactly.
All the best with the single. It's
Thank you.
out today. Now, Nicole Kidman has been doing some straight talking on rumours surrounding her sexuality. The Porcelain, do you take the view of her, you don't bother suing, or do you take the view of her ex-hubby Tom, you go for it?
I think you just got to, you know, it's part of the job and you just got to ignore it. If you start taking it personally, it's like...
Only
You need to
believe
stop.
half of it as well.
Yeah.
You know what you read in the paper and believe half.
Start worrying when they stop talking about you.
Really?
Yeah.
Exactly.
In their position anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
What about in your position? Do you
They
like...
never talk about me. I'm very boring.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's some revelations coming. What's the most ludicrous thing you've seen about BBMak in the papers?
I remember there was one of me, Sarah Palmer, Tom Kitson, hand in hand shopping, walking down the street, and photograph and everything. It wasn't even me.
And we covered that on Liquid News. That's it for me. Claudia and I will be back on Choice tomorrow at 7 when Metalmouth, Goldie, Dom Jolly will be getting trigger happy on the sofa. And don't forget our weekly highlight show, which will be at 5 past midnight on BBC One. On tonight's show, Danny Boyle stepping out with H and Claire X of Steps. See you tomorrow.